everyone, thanks for watching and welcome. Today's video is going to be something different, and I just want to throw it out there that obviously this video is going to be my disappointing products video, and I just want to say that this stuff did disappoint me, but at the same time it might, what worked for me or what didn't work for me might work for you, might not work for you. So I don't want to step on anybody's toes here. I'm just sharing with you guys some stuff that just wasn't that great for myself personally. So these are just my own opinions. Everybody has their own opinions. So yeah, I still really like all of these brands. It's just these products in particular were not the best. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I am gonna be back to posting videos every single week. I know I took like a 3-week break here from YouTube, which is the longest time I have not posted videos since I started my channel, and I'm really sorry about that. We had a lot of family staying with us for quite some time, and my boyfriend and I were traveling all last week, so there just really wasn't an opportune time to film. But I am back to my normal schedule, and I'm so excited to be back here in front of the camera talking with you guys and just sharing some opinions, some knowledge, you know, some of that stuff, talking about beauty stuff. I mean, that is just what I love to do. So once again, thanks for sticking around. Thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and jump into my disappointing products video. Okay, so I want to start off with primers, and I have two here that just did not make the cut. Like, I just do not like them, and luckily they are both very inexpensive and they're both like drugstore brands. But the first one is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I know I mentioned this in like a haul a couple months back, and I went ahead and gave you guys the heads up that I wasn't a huge fan of it, and that is still the case. I tried it a couple more times after that video, and it's like it just doesn't do anything for my skin. It's just like a very silicone-y gel texture. It is really lightweight, but it does absolutely nothing. I mean, it just sits there and it doesn't erase any pores. It doesn't make my makeup last any longer. So this was just a big for me. I got a couple of people's feedback when I talked about this in the other video that I was talking about, and they had the same opinion on it, that it just really wasn't that great. So luckily it wasn't that expensive, but this is just one of those things that it's just kind of gimmicky. It just doesn't really do what it says. Okay, this next one is actually super cheap. I think this one was like $3, and it is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Color Correcting Primer. So this is like a green primer, and it's supposed to help with redness and all of that stuff, kind of as a base to counteract any of the redness, but it does not do that whatsoever. It just goes on green, and then it kind of just blends into your skin into nothing, and I just didn't find that it helped color correcting whatsoever. This is again just like a major miss for me. I don't know if you guys have ever tried anything from Hard Candy. This was the first thing I've ever tried from them, aside from maybe when I was really young and getting into makeup, because I know they're a super cheap brand. But as far as this goes, it's definitely not worth the $3, $3 or $4, however much it was. It's just not a good product, so stay away. Next, I have this lip liner by Color Science. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's either Color Science or Color Science, I'm not sure, but I've actually had this for quite some time, probably around 2.5 to 3 years, and I still have basically almost a full-size product. The first lip liners I ever bought, and it was kind of when I was just getting back into makeup, and I didn't really know which brands are good, what's not, so I was just kind of trying different stuff. It literally gives you no color payoff, especially when you're using it on your lips. It is just so dry and just almost chalky, and that's weird for a lip liner to be chalky, because it should be more of a waxy substance, in my opinion. And this just goes on, and there's no pigment to it. It's just so dry. It does nothing. I know I said that about the other two things. It just doesn't do what I want it to do. It doesn't go on nicely. There's no pigmentation. This was actually quite expensive for a lip liner. I think it's right around the $20 range, so kind of comparable with MAC or some of the other high-end brands sold at Sephora. I bought this one off of dermstore.com, but I think that Sephora sells this brand as well now. For a good lip liner, I would say check out MAC lip liners and Essence Cosmetics. They're super affordable. It's sold at Ulta. Carries some of my favorite lip liners of all time. So you can definitely find some better lip liners for a cheaper price. More expensive isn't always better. This next product came out probably over a year ago, and there was a lot of hype behind it, but it was like mixed reviews. It was either you love it or you hate it, and unfortunately I was on the side where I just did not like it. And this is just like a little sample of it because it came with like a kit, but it is the Benefit Bare Real Push-Up Gel Liner, and I'm like die hard for like liquid liners, and I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't like this. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are either like team gel liner, team liquid liner. This was just like a really weird concept to me. You twist it off and then this like clicks, can you hear it? And then it pushes up like the gel liner, and then you will like draw it out. But it is really black and really pigmented, but just the applicator of this, it just goes on way too thick for me personally. Like, I feel like this just took too long to get my wings liner the way I like it. So I just much rather work with something that I'm more comfortable with. This just was not good. Like, I just couldn't get my liner like I like it. It was just way too messy for me. So I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of this. Alright, so I had to go put my hair up because it was literally driving me insane. I cannot wear my hair down like for very long, especially in this hot weather. So this next product is by Elizabeth Arden, and it is a shimmer powder. So it's supposed to be like a pressed highlighter, and I just rubbed my finger in there like 20 times. This powder is so freaking chalky and blotchy with like chunks of glitter. It is so ugly. Like, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Like, you could not put this on your face and it looked good. There's no way. It just doesn't lay well on your skin whatsoever. The formula is just way too powdery and chalky for me. I mean, I'm definitely one of those people that want something very like creamy and pigmented, and this is just not it. And for Elizabeth Arden to be such a high-end brand, I was really expecting a lot more from this powder, but this was just a total miss for me. I do like Elizabeth Arden as a brand. I have like one of my mascaras from her is like one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I love her lipsticks and stuff like that, but as far as like her powders go, not the best. So sticking with powders, I'm trying to do this in like waves of like types of products, but I have this ColourPop blush in the shade Thumper. This is the only blush I have by them, and I am just not a fan whatsoever. I don't know if it's just me or what, but there's like no color payoff to this whatsoever. Like, that is just barely anything for a blush. And I know when I was looking up like the ColourPop blushes and all of that, like they say the best way to use it is to apply it with your finger, and that just seems really weird to me, to apply a blush with your finger. So I have not tried that, but I have done it obviously with a blush brush, and it's just like you're not putting anything on your cheeks. Like, I have one of the highlighters, the Lunch Money highlighter, and it's one of my favorite ones of all time. It's very creamy and definitely very pigmented for a highlight, and it just feels very comfortable on the skin. And this one just doesn't seem like it's anywhere close to how creamy the highlight is. So this was just a total miss for me. I do like ColourPop's highlighters, like I just said, but as far as anything else I have tried from their brand, I'm not a huge fan. I do love the price point of all of their products and everything, but there's no point in paying any money for anything that you don't like. Okay, next I have another highlighting product, and this one is from Revlon, and it is in the shade Peach Glow number 10. So this is like a shimmer brick, kind of like the Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks that are really popular, but this one is like not good whatsoever. It feels creamy on the skin, but it's just like no pigmentation, no color payoff. It's just really weird to me to have like this really dark one in there with the yellow. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to like mix everything together. That's how I tried it out, and it just showed up like a bronzer where your highlight's supposed to be, which is not okay. So this one just seemed kind of weird to me. It just didn't work for my skin tone. I did get this on sale, so I'm not sure if maybe this was one of like the darkest ones they have, maybe for like deeper skin tones, but it's just, it's weird. I don't like it. I don't know if I'm using it wrong or what's going on, but it just did not work out. This next product I was like really hesitant to throw in this video, but I did want to share this with you guys. It is the Tarte whatever, Tarte contour palette, their original one. I know they just came out with a new one like for deeper skin tones, but this is the original, and I just want to say I do like this product for some of the aspects that it has. So the setting powders I'm absolutely in love with. Don't mind this banana shade, it kind of broke and whatever, but I still use like the setting powders and this middle shade here. This is like the perfect inner corner highlight. I really, really like it. It's more of like a satin finish. It's not really like a Becca highlighter. I mean, it's not going to make you like glow from outer space or anything like that, but it is a really nice subtle like brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight, however you want to use it. But the reason why I threw this in this video, like this product, is the blush and the 2 contour shades. For Tarte, normally they have extremely pigmented and like buttery, creamy powders, and these are just not up to par with their other powders. I don't know what happened with this palette, but it is just really, really chalky and just it's lacking pigmentation. And I know when I got this, I did like a first, like a review and first impressions, demo, all of that on this bad boy, and I was like, oh, I really like it, I really like it. And yeah, when I very first used it, I did really like it. And then the more I played around with it and the more I tried out other stuff, this just kind of fell back, and I just realized that it wasn't as good as some of the other stuff that I have. So like I said, I really like the setting powders. They are bomb, but as far as the contour shades and the blushes, they are just lacking in the pigmentation and just like the formula all over. It's just not very good. Okay, so this next product is also by Tarte, and I bought this online when they were having like their friends and family sale, and it was like 30% off or something like that. And I had never really heard anything about this. It is the Maracuja Bronzing Serum, and when I went to look at reviews on this on YouTube, there wasn't many, but the ones that popped up were really good reviews, and also on their website it had really good reviews. So I was like, this sounds really cool. I want something that's going to hydrate my skin and also give me a little bit of a glow. My face is so pale because I never tan it whatsoever, not even with like sunless tanner. So I thought that this would be like the perfect solution for that. And it wasn't. This literally like did nothing for my skin except for make it really, really oily. It didn't give me any type of color or anything like that. I know it's not supposed to be like you put self tanner on your skin. It's definitely just like something supposed to be very subtle and gradual. And I tried this for about a week, and I started to get like those little like texture bumps everywhere. And so I was like, no, thank you. So I just put this back underneath my sink, and I haven't touched it since. It's just one of those things that I think is gimmicky, but I don't know, maybe it was just me, because the reviews that I found online, everybody really liked it. Nobody ever really said anything negative about it, so I'm not sure, maybe it's just me. But also the smell was really, really strong of like sunless tanner, so I was thinking if it smells this strong, then maybe I'll actually get some color to my skin. But that was not the case. So I'm actually really disappointed in this product. I did get it for a good price. I think the regular price was around $50, and they had it on sale when I bought it, and then plus like the extra 30% off or so. So I did get it for about half the price they normally charge for it, but this was just no good. No good whatsoever. Moving to lip products, I have another thing from Tarte. I'm like really hating on them today, but I swear to you guys, I absolutely love Tarte as a brand. These are just some of the products that just did not work for me. So these are the Lip Surgeon matte lip tints. I have 3 shades here that I have tried out, and when I very first tried these, I was like, oh, these are cool. It's like a lip crayon that you never have to sharpen. You just twist it up. But what happened to me about a month after having these is they dried out to like literally no pigmentation whatsoever. I mean, that is just like barely anything. And they frost really bad, like this white stuff. Like, what is that? I don't know. It's weird. They do smell really good, like the mintiness that normal Tarte lip products have. But as far as like the formula of these go, they just, like I said, they just dried out into like nothing, and it really sucks because these were expensive. Next, I have these like cult favorite liquid lipsticks, but these were so horrible, and it really put a bad taste in my mouth for just liquid lipsticks in general, because these were the first ones I ever tried because they are so inexpensive. These are by ColourPop, and these were such a disappointment. When I very first tried them, I was like, okay, you know, like they're really, really drying, but you know, I think that's how liquid lipsticks are supposed to be. I was completely wrong, because there are so many liquid lipstick brands out there that will not dry out your lips as bad as these. I will say their price point is amazing for the amount of product that you're getting, and the pigmentation of these is definitely full coverage for a lip product, but how drying these are for myself is unbelievable. These dry so freaking quick that I can't even finish like doing my lips before it's like dry and cracking and crumbling. It's just not good. I'm intrigued to try out their Ultra Satin lipsticks, because if they're, you know, like a better formula and not as drying, then that might be the way to go for me, because these were just like so dry. All right, for my last disappointing product, I am like just so sad about these, but they are the NYX Lip Lingeries, and these are supposed to be like a liquid lipstick, and NYX came out with these not that long ago. It was just like a full line of nude liquid lipsticks, which you would think, oh my god, it's like a dream come true. That's what I thought. And then I got to my local drugstore and I was like, oh, I'm so excited, they have them in stock. So I picked up 2 of them, and you couldn't try them out. Like, obviously they have like the plastic around them, so I couldn't really tell, you know, like what the formula was gonna be like. I had looked up reviews and people had tried them on, they looked beautiful on camera, and I got home and I put one on right away and I was like, what is this? It's so patchy and so dry and chalky and just, ugh. Not good. I was so upset, because NYX is one of my favorite makeup brands, and definitely like the reason why I love them is for their lip products. Like, I have so many of their lip products that are so amazing, and these were just such a letdown, and I'm just still like looking at them like, you are so beautiful and the colors are really pretty. It's just the formula is so off. Like, if they could put like Dose of Colors formula into these, that'd be like a dream come true. I wish they would reformulate these and just keep the same shades, because they were on point with the shades. It's just the formula was just like, what are you doing next? Like, this is not good. All right, guys, that completes this disappointing products video. I feel like this is gonna be a long video, so if you made it to the end, thank you so much. Thumbs up to you for watching. And yeah, let me know if you have tried any of these products, and let me know your thoughts on them. If you love them, if you hate them, anything like that. And also leave me a comment if this video was helpful to you whatsoever, if some of these products you wanted to try but you weren't sure about. And yeah, just interact with me. I love hearing back from you guys and talking with you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
You're such a good boy. You give the bestest hugs. You give the bestest hugs. Yeah. Say bye.